Do you love streaming services? Do you not have enough streaming services to pay for right now? Well, boy, howdy, do I have the video for you. So, Watcher is a YouTube channel of ex-BuzzFeed employees. They're kind of like the Try Guys, where they used to work at BuzzFeed, they were making videos for BuzzFeed, and then they realized, hey, I could just do this myself. I don't need to work under a giant corporation. And honestly, props to them for that. I find stories like that to be very inspiring. And yeah, I mean, on that note, they appear to be very successful. Their videos are getting 1 million views. They're killing the game. They're seemingly living the dream of getting to make the content that they want to make out from under the boot of BuzzFeed. But apparently it's not all sunshine and rainbows, because they just put out a video called Goodbye YouTube. And on its surface, it just kind of looks like another one of these YouTuber videos where a guy that's been making content for a long time is quitting because he just wants to live his life, you know, like Matt Pat and, I don't know, some British guy that apparently quit. You look at the thumbnail, it's them sitting, looking at the camera, being all sad. And then you click on the video, and it seems like that is very much what it is. There's sad piano music.
Alrighty.
They're going on about how, oh, I've spent so many years on this platform, I have so many wonderful memories, blah, 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 blah. And then they hit you with it. According to them, YouTube, not good enough for them. They've apparently hit the ceiling of what they can do with their operation on this platform. So what did they decide to do? We're not posting our content on YouTube anymore. We're starting our own proprietary streaming platform. Yes, this is real. And so they basically try to justify it by saying that, you know, they're trying to produce TV quality content on YouTube. And listen, I checked out a couple of their videos after, you know, finding out about this whole thing, and undeniably their production value is high. I mean, the set design is always very nice. You know, they're clearly putting a lot of effort into making graphics to go along with their videos as well. They're really hunkering down in Adobe After Effects and or DaVinci Resolve. And so yeah, I'm sure that making the type of content that they do can get expensive and very time consuming. You know, they talk about how they fly to different places and they have to bring their crew with them. And so yeah, I'm sure that the content that they make is probably hard to make and really expensive. And listen, I am somebody that has yet to make money off of this platform. You know, I'm a little teeny tiny YouTuber that doesn't even qualify for monetization yet. If you want to help me with that, by the way, hit like the video, subscribe, comment. I'm really bad at selling this kind of stuff. I'm sorry. So I can't profess to know what it's like to manage an operation like this and just rely on YouTube ad revenue and sponsorships and whatnot. But when I look at the success that these guys are clearly having, I find it hard to believe that they can't make it work. Like, obviously, they're making a chunk of change off of ad revenue. They have merch that they sell. They apparently do live events where, you know, they're obviously selling tickets. And they have a Patreon of over 5,000 paid members. Really? You can't sustain your operation off of all of those sources of revenue? I don't know. That's something that I don't know that I necessarily buy. And then this also gets into another element where I feel like these guys are just having a severe disconnect with not just their audience, but with the YouTube audience as a whole. It's this insane value that they seem to put on making TV caliber content. None of us care about that, bro. As I mentioned before, I watched some of their content in order to, you know, make this video here. And from what I've seen, it's really good. I really like these guys. I could see myself, you know, watching their content in the future. But very little of my enjoyment comes from the production value. Like, it's not that I don't notice it, and it's not that it doesn't enhance the content, but these are just really funny and entertaining guys to watch and listen to. That is, like, 95% of what makes their videos good. And so if the money truly isn't adding up, I'm sorry, but the move to make is to just maybe scale back the production quality. Maybe your videos don't need to look as pretty as they do. Maybe your post-production work doesn't have to be as arduous. Judging by the response, it seems like your fans just don't really care that much about the production value of your videos. Because by making this move, you are alienating the majority of your fan base, which either doesn't want to or maybe truly can't pay for another fucking subscription service in order to like try and desperately cling on to this mission statement of making TV quality content. It's just, it really does just feel misguided, because this just isn't something that you're ever going to be able to sell people on. You have been putting this content up on YouTube. That is what you have been valuing this content as, hey, this is worth $0 to watch, right? For you to just say, hey, now you got to pay for it, people are never going to like that. People are never going to want to do that en masse. I guess they just thought that they'd build up so much goodwill with their audience that they were just gonna like be able to bamboozle them with a subscription service. And judging by the like to dislike ratio and the comments section, where it is just like unanimous, guys, what the actual fuck are you doing? Like I've been scrolling and I've actually yet to find somebody that's going, oh yeah, guys, I love the move. I'll support you. I'll follow you anywhere you go. And actually, to go back to something that I mentioned before, the grossest part about all of this is how they're treating their Patreon members. Now, I can't exactly read what the exact terms are with this new streamer and how it relates to their Patreon, but what I've heard is that their Patreon members are not going to be getting the content moving forward, which is wacky and wild and insane. I think that they're getting discounts for the Watcher subscription service. How you don't have the self-awareness, or not even the self-awareness, just the decency to give your most ardent supporters, the people that have had your back the most, just automatic subscriptions to the streaming service, is absolute gobbledygook lunacy. They're charging $6 a month or $60 a year, when, I'm sorry, but it's just not on the level of a Netflix or Disney Plus. Although, to be fair to them, they are charging what's comparable to like the ad-supported services for something like a Netflix or a Disney Plus. If you want ad-free content on Netflix, you have to pay like $20 at this point. They're charging $6 for ad-free content. So I'll give them a little teeny tiny bit of grace there. But even still, their library of content is just nothing. It's just not comparable to a Disney Plus or a Netflix or an HBO Max or hell, even a Peacock. But hey, this is a move that is so wacky, that is so wild, that is so insane that I can't believe that they've done this under the illusion that it was going to go over well. I have to assume that they knew that they were going to get massive amounts of backlash. I do genuinely wonder if they crunched the numbers and they were like, maybe they have like a super low number of subscribers that is enough to sustain their specific operation and just allows them to make the content that they want to make without having to worry about making it advertiser friendly, without having to worry about filming cringy ads for mobile games and whatnot. This is going to be rough, but I think it's worth it at the end of the day. I don't know if it is ultimately going to be worth it at the end of the day. However, I suspect that this is going to be a Fine Brothers React World situation. Remember when they tried to copyright the term React? I suspect that they're going to walk this back. I don't think they're actually going to go through with it, because I just don't think that it's going to be a success for them. But, I mean, hey, as aghast as this whole situation has left me, I don't think that it's the most, like, evil thing that a YouTuber has done, right? With the exception of the Patreon situation, you should be giving your Patreon supporters just free subscriptions to the subscription service. They definitely need to correct that. But I guess I don't inherently have like a moral problem with YouTubers deciding to abandon their channel and trying to pursue this grand dream that they have. Because if in their hearts and minds they really do want to make television quality content, I mean, hey, go for it. And if we hear in a few months that this was actually a massive success for them, they're happy with the numbers, and they're able to sustain this streaming service, then good on them, I suppose. However, for me, the type of content that I, make, the type of content that I watch, this whole situation for me is just completely antithetical to what I think YouTube is, to what I think YouTubers should aspire to be, and what I think they should be just satisfied with and happy with when it comes to the success that they have on the platform. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of a sad situation, but let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.